What's up, yo? Voice is a bit groggy, just waking up right now. Day after Spartan race, and something that I totally forgot to share with you guys was some of the hardware that you get after winning or after you finish the Spartan race. So, yeah, this is what it looks like. I got 3, so this is the one from yesterday. Spartan 2021. It's pretty nice. Obviously, I've done the previous 2 back in 2018 and 2019. They've got these cool little like pieces at the back. Essentially, what you do is if you complete the 3 other races, you can glue them together. So they're magnetic. So I did this blue one, which is a super, which is 10K. Essentially what happens is it's kind of like that, and you create a Spartan kind of face, and it's like magnetic, which is pretty cool. Yeah, anyways, yesterday was supposed to be my second weigh-in day. Obviously that didn't go through because I needed a little bit more time to get ready, wake up, and go to the event and things like that. So just woke up, gonna do my morning routine, brush my teeth, wash my face, all that good stuff. Then we are gonna weigh ourselves and get the next weigh in. So let's get ready. All right, just got changed and ready. So let's head on out. Another day, another session, but first we need to get a quick scan in, see where we're at. Honestly, don't feel like I'm at 12% yet. I feel more like I've either maintained 14 or maybe possibly dropped down to 13, but let's see. Before we take a quick look at reports, let's just quickly weigh ourselves to see where we're standing. Hopefully the weight went down. Let's see. A 65.8. Went down a little bit, not too shabby. Let's check out the report. All right, so we just finished the scan, just loading up some of the details. Obviously I dropped a little bit of weight, went from 67.7 to 65.8, so pretty happy in terms of weight loss. Let's see if we can drop our body fat percentage. The scanning is giving me a lot of anxiety, it's building up a lot of intensity in me at the moment. But yeah, like I said, whatever the outcome is, guys, I know we're making progress. I just don't feel like I'm at the 12% yet, but let's see how we get on. I actually need to open my last scan so I can compare and contrast. The last one I did was on November 10th, and actually this one was 6 days early compared to what I should have done a month ago, which was on October 24th. Let's go ahead and load these 2 and then do a little quick comparison. All right, so body scan on the left was done November 10th, and the one on the right was done just now, November the 22nd. Here we go. Let's check it out. Let's check out some of the trends first. Oh no, interesting. So I kind of already showed a little bit here, but I'm wondering why this trend isn't. Oh, there we go. Okay. So looking at the body fat percentage, like I said, I just dropped very, very minimal amounts from 14.1 to 13.9. So I lost 0.2% body fat, and that's about 1.4% body fat mass. Now 1.5 weeks, or yeah, like 10-12 days apart, it was definitely tough this time around, and I'm gonna share with you guys the diet that I've been having. So yes, I've been tracking my calories. Yes, I've been choosing healthier options as I ate, but one thing that I didn't do was track my macros specifically. So it's really easy for you to fill in your calories or try to not eat as many calories or burn off the calories that you're eating. But more importantly, what I found in my FitnessPal app was I actually wasn't reaching my protein goals every single day. I wasn't eating enough protein, or I might have had too much fat or too many carbs or things like that. That might be associated with why the percentage drop was so low. Now keep in mind, I have been talking to a few friends and they're like, dude, it's gonna be tough for you because, you know, you're slightly older. I'm 30 years old now. I work full time. I've got a whole bunch of other stuff to do. Although these are great things to factor in, I don't want it to be a limiting source for me to try to get into the best shape of my life or go back to that 12%, which I felt really good. Now, it isn't a sustainable percentage of. So one of the things that we talked about last time, but I just want to see if I can actually, how can we lose that fat? Obviously, I set the goals for for 12% body fat percentage over here. The goal date has now changed, and it's changed to December 3rd, which is very close to when the end of the challenge should be. And based off of what we've been doing so far, the trend is going down. It's just gonna take me a lot more effort to get down to 12% because it is quite difficult as your body fat percentage gets lower and lower. It's quite hard to shed that little bit that you've got. And for me personally, it's around the lower tummy, lower abdominal area, and the lower back area. That's where I store most of my fat. And these are areas that I find the most difficult to target. You know, working on the chest, the back, the triceps, arms, whatever it is, they're slightly easier because those are muscles that you will always use. But in the mid, lower abdominal and back region, those are areas that we don't always target in terms of exercise. It's mostly on the dietary side of things where we really have to control things. And so I'm gonna leave my my fat loss goal percentage the same, 12%. I'm gonna try to lose 1.7 kilograms of fat and continuing to work 7 days a week with you guys, right? Work out 7 days a week. And hopefully I'll be able to reach that goal by December 3rd. Now, once again, I do want to highlight that reaching 12% doesn't mean anything unless I can actually sustain it. And I know for a fact that going all the way down to 12% is not sustainable for me. I'll probably only be able to keep it up for 2-3 days, and then I'll probably end up losing it and go back to this range, which is about anywhere from 13 to 15%. This is the most comfortable state I've been in over the last year or 2 years, where I work out hard. I like to eat what I want in terms of a flexible diet, and sometimes I'll be more health conscious. But in terms of body fat percentage, this number alone, this is how I am gonna approach it. 12% is fantastic if I can keep it up every day, which I know I can't. I don't cook enough at home. I don't calculate and count my macros enough, so I'm okay with just hitting it and then losing it again. That's fine. Taking a look at calorie calculators, okay? I don't know why this is blocked off, but in order to hit my goal by December 3rd, I actually need to have 1,142 calories deficit every day. And so I should only be consuming 1,958 calories per day, but on my MyFitnessPal app, I've actually set that to 1,800. So I'm actually going to decrease this to 1,800, just scrolling it down. Sorry, okay, there we go. Setting it at 1,800, so my deficit now has to be nearly 1,300 calories in terms of how many calories I need to burn versus how many calories I need to eat and have a deficit of. Now, there's two ways to track this. Obviously, you've got your MyFitnessPal to track how many calories you're inputting, but more importantly, on the MyFitnessPal, you can actually also show or put in the number of exercise, like how much exercise you're burning in terms of calories. So I just want to make sure that the last little stretch here, I will go full throttle and try my best to keep you guys updated. But this is what I was wanting to share with you guys. Here are some photos of the last week and a half, 2 weeks worth of food that I've had. whether it's from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and obviously, like I said, it's okay to have a cheat meal. It's not a sin for you to go and indulge, or if you've got some social events or anything like that, to go and eat out and have a good time, have a few drinks. The bounce back becomes a little bit harder, but it's okay. You know, it's part of the journey, as long as we don't fall into the trap of continuously eating that way. Because what we're trying to do in these 45 days is build a healthier lifestyle or a healthier habit, so that you feel comfortable with choosing something that you normally wouldn't. That's the main point of the diet side of things. Now, you'll notice in the mornings I'll have maybe a sandwich, a breakfast brunch sandwich, or a yogurt cup. I'm drinking my cups of water throughout the day, and what I've noticed is, now that I'm using my FitnessPal app, I'm tracking my water intake a lot more. Usually I'll just drink whenever I feel like it, or whenever I'm thirsty. And the keynote that I want to mention here is that when you feel thirsty and then you drink water, that's too late. When you feel thirsty, that means your body is already in a state of dehydration. You want to continuously replenish your body without your mind telling you, hey, you're thirsty. Okay. For diet wise, yes, lunch, between breakfast and lunch, I'll have a snack. Usually I'll have either a protein shake or maybe some like soda crackers or something like that. And what I found was soda crackers have a lot of calories. So I'm actually trying to cut out some of the middle snack, and what I have been snacking more on is almond butter. It just gives you a rich source of healthy fats, and that way my body feels more content with that, and then I will shift away and try to fill my other macros with other things. Lunch, usually it ranges from a wrap, a sandwich, to a salad, and I've also been having chicken, a quarter chicken, either thigh or breast, and the sides to that are usually mixed vegetables, corn, and a little bit of rice. Depending if I worked out in the morning, it'll be spinach rice, and then at night, that one for the last week and a half to 2 weeks has been quite open. So if I'm just by myself, I'll usually choose something a little healthier, so I'll double up on salad, mix a whole bunch of things in, make sure that it's super colorful, make sure that I've got some protein like chicken or tuna inside there, or sometimes I've got like I'm eating friends or something like that, so I'll try my best to count macros on what I'm eating with them, but other than that, I think this last stretch for me, and maybe for you as well, is to really calculate my macros and deep dive, take a good look at what those macros are like. Because here, I'm opening my app right now, and if I go into, I'm just going to use yesterday for an example. I had a deficit of 1,400 calories here, but if I look at my macros, protein, I still had 45 grams of protein left. I could have had a shake there. Carbs, I was way under 250, and so sometimes when you feel tired, even though you're well rested, you don't have the energy source, right? Fat, I had 18 grams of fat, but I actually went over on the polyunsaturated and the monounsaturated fat. So maybe dial down on some of those, check out the labels, and try not to go for foods with higher contents of those. You'll notice I'm kind of under in some of these things, and I'm not going to talk about supplements in terms of vitamins and minerals, because I actually take multivitamins, and I'm trying out a new brand that has been PN Nutrition certified, and I'm just testing it out to see if it helps the body prepare for the workouts, the workloads that we've been doing. So this is a really good example where I'm under, right? But let's take a look at some other days here. So look at this. This one is super interesting. The fat, I was under by 80 grams. I overate 80 grams of fat. And yeah, you might be like, hey, that's not like that much. But, for someone who's trying to lose weight and who's, choosing healthier foods on a daily basis, but maybe have 1 or 2 cheat meals or snacks or things like that, that's quite a lot. It adds up. I've got another day here where I was actually below on protein and fat, but I overate in carbs. So maybe I had too many mashed potatoes or a little bit too much rice or a wrap that I shouldn't have, things like that. So this day, oh my gosh, Thursday, look at that. I was over in everything possible. And I probably had like I was snacking that day. Maybe I was like super stressed or whatever. And that's actually something that I found. I stress eat a lot. So when I get stressed at work, if I've got a lot of things going on, if I'm thinking about something and, you know, I can't figure it out, I'll stress eat, whether it's healthy or unhealthy. And, you know, I went all out that day. I went over protein by 39 grams, over carbs by 100 grams. You know, fiber over is fine, I guess. Sugar over by 55 grams. Fat 160 grams. Unbelievable. And whatever I was eating, cholesterol and sodium were off the charts. Look at that. It's like 479 and 1,759 respectively. You know, these are good things to track because one day could throw you off. You know, if that adds up, if it builds up and you're like, hey, I'm choosing things that I think that are healthy, but they're actually going over certain macros, that's not a good sign. And I just actually want to make a point very clear here. On this day, in terms of calories, I had a deficit. I didn't eat. I still had nearly 400 calories left. But when I dive deep into the nutrients, it was horrendous. Sorry, that was the wrong day. That day I was actually over by 680 calories. Okay, that makes more sense. I was over by 680 calories on that day. That's why everything was over. But yeah, so my main point is, yes, sometimes the calories add up and it's nice to know that you're under, but in what areas are you fulfilling your daily needs, or are you going over in certain things? And so that's the point that I want to really target on, fix up on this last little bit. And I'm actually going to be using a few tools that will help me. And obviously we got the MyFitnessPal, but I recently bought this metabolism tracker. It's called Lumen, and I'm going to do a quick review on that. If you're interested, check out the video off to the side. And we've got about 2 weeks left, and it's time to weigh in one more time. So I hope you guys are doing good on your end. If you have any questions, you know, I'm not a nutritionist or an expert in that field. I did take a course. I have been certified. But if you have any questions, please leave me some comments on the sections below. Ask me whatever it is. I'll try my best to get the answers to you, if not from myself, from other people who might have you know, a better understanding, more expertise in that field. Yeah, that's it, guys. We are gonna do a workout, not right now, but we're gonna get into our workout. Also, check that out as well, and I will see you soon. Peace.